A shocking scene from Syria, fierce debates in Westminster, and deepfake videos fooling thousands online. The latest verified investigations reveal truths behind the headlines. But here's where it gets particularly intriguing. Every story has a twist that challenges what people think they know. 1. Minister faces backlash over workers' rights promise. UK Business Secretary Peter Kyle has firmly denied accusations that the government broke Labour's election pledge on workplace rights. Critics claim the decision to drop plans granting unfair dismissal protection from an employee's first day undermines their manifesto. But Kyle says otherwise. According to him, the update, which reduces the waiting period to claim unfair dismissal from 2 years to 6 months, still honors Labour's core commitment. The Labour manifesto had stated that workers would receive basic rights from the start, including parental leave, sick pay, and protection against unfair dismissal. So why the pivot? Kyle insists it's not a betrayal but a balanced compromise between workers' unions and business leaders. He noted that Labour's vision was never about dividing sides. Rather, about bringing employers and employees together through dialogue. Still, some supporters worry that shortening the waiting period instead of removing it could dilute Labour's original pledge. Should political compromises ever override campaign commitments? 2. Viral IC arrest video exposed as AI hoax. A staggering number of social media users were fooled this week by a video that appeared to show a U.S. immigration officer arresting his own mother. The footage, shared widely on TikTok, wasn't real. It was created using AI software. And here's what most missed. The signs were hiding in plain sight. Investigators at BBC Verify noticed key indicators of AI manipulation, such as distorted lettering on uniforms and blurred vehicle markings. The original TikTok post even labeled itself an AI-generated parody, yet many viewers took it seriously. Experts say AI-generated videos often reveal themselves through subtle clues. For instance, signature watermarks from text-to-video tools like OpenAI's Sora. These watermarks move across the screen in patterns but are increasingly being edited out to mislead viewers. In this case, removing the watermark caused visual glitches, a blurred roof, a vanishing jacket clasp, and a warped dress. The growing effort to conceal such digital fingerprints raises one pressing question. Can the public still trust what they see online? 3. Afghan vetting under Biden. Verified facts versus political claims. The Washington, D.C. shooting suspect's immigration background has reignited political outrage. Some officials claim that the Afghan national responsible entered the U.S. under President Biden's Operation Allies Welcome, a program, they say, that failed to properly vet arrivals. At an FBI press briefing, U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro remarked, "This is what happens when people are not thoroughly vetted." The Department of Homeland Security followed with a statement confirming the suspect came through the Biden-era Afghan resettlement initiative. Critics argue that the program's vetting process was flawed and potentially dangerous. Yet the reality is far more nuanced. According to the official Operation Allies Welcome website, every applicant underwent rigorous screening involving biometric checks, fingerprinting, and detailed identity verification. Over 190,000 Afghans have entered through the program since 2021, many of whom assisted the U.S. government during the war. However, federal audits in 2024 and 2025 revealed inconsistencies, specifically that some databases failed to flag individuals with concerning backgrounds. Still, these reviews also praised the FBI's improved detection procedures. The controversy remains. Were these weak spots policy failures, or an unavoidable product of rushed humanitarian resettlement? 4. Tracing the aftermath of Israel's raid in Syria. Syrian media report that at least 10 people died in an overnight Israeli strike on Beit Jinn, a small village near the Lebanese border. Israel's military confirmed 6 soldiers were injured, 3 critically, after coming under fire during an operation aimed at detaining members of the Islamic Jihad group. According to Israeli officials, those targeted were planning attacks against Israeli civilians. Footage released by the Israel Defense Forces (IDF) shows 2 airstrikes. Analysis confirms one took place in the center of Beit Jinn, where video from the ground shows a collapsed building and a burned-out vehicle. Additional clips reveal an Israeli vehicle destroyed nearby and partial damage to a mosque. The location lies less than 3 kilometers from the long-standing buffer zone separating Israel and Syria since the 1973 Yom Kippur War. Some analysts now debate whether the strike represents a defensive necessity or a dangerous escalation in an already volatile border region. 5. What BBC Verify is tracking today. Fresh footage from Beit Jinn shows the chaotic aftermath of the Israeli raid. So far, at least 5 Syrians and 6 wounded Israeli soldiers have been confirmed. BBC Verify teams are cross-referencing videos from multiple sources to confirm what exactly happened and when. Meanwhile, investigations continue into the DC shooting suspect's vetting background, and the tragic death of 20-year-old National Guard soldier Sarah Beckstrom has now been confirmed by President Donald Trump. Beyond that, reporters are also verifying distressing footage from Indonesia and Sri Lanka, where floods have claimed dozens of lives. The BBC Verify team continues to encourage the public to send in questionable claims or suspected AI-generated visuals. As fabricated content becomes more sophisticated, independent verification remains one of the last lines of defense against misinformation. Let's talk. Do compromises in political promises and the rapid spread of AI fakes both reflect a deeper trust crisis in institutions? Should the public expect absolute transparency, or accept that truth itself is increasingly negotiated?